Welcome back to another segment of Behind the Scenes of the Waltons. Today I'm going to take more of your questions in a segment of Ask Judy. I'm always fascinated by the questions that all of you ask, so thanks for putting those in the comments below, which is where I pull these questions from. And if you are enjoying these segments, please do hit like and subscribe, and you can hit the notification bell so you'll know when I post something new. All of this does help grow my channel so that other people who might enjoy it can find it easier. I have a question here from Tracy, who wanted to know, I wonder why the people in the show didn't do their own hair and makeup. Mostly because I certainly know I'm not qualified to do my hair and makeup for film. There's very specifics to the lighting and what needs to happen for the makeup to show up, originally because we were working in 35mm film, and the type of film stock that we used had ways in which the light brought out different colors and stuff like that. So sometimes things would have to happen with the makeup in order to compensate for how strong the lights were and things like that. So just not my expertise, especially. Can you imagine Cammie at the age of 7 having to do her own makeup? Now, granted, when we were all very young, we really didn't particularly wear makeup. They put this stuff called pancake on us, which was really obnoxious. It was in a container, and they'd get a wet sponge, and they'd get it on the wet sponge, and then they'd put it on you, and then it would dry, and it just felt chalky and kind of disgusting. So I hated having to wear pancake makeup. Then when we got a little older, and particularly those of us, me included, who went through skin issues, because wearing all that makeup was very tough on the skin, and teenage years can be bad about breaking out anyway. So then they were working really hard to cover all of our acne. So at that point, they put a really heavier, like grease-based kind of makeup on that gave a really thicker layer of coverage. So all of that was the area of expertise of our makeup artists. Same thing with hair. Again, for us when we were young, they might do nothing more than brush your hair out and leave it alone, or put it in pigtails or something like that. But there were more complicated things. Michael Learned wore hair pieces too, because her hair was not as long as Olivia's. Sometimes you saw Olivia's hair down in a braid. She had French twists, she had buns. Then you have, the Baldwin sisters or Corbeth or various different people that had more complicated hairstyles. So all of that, we needed someone who understood that. Now, granted, we've also talked about how in later years, we weren't always period correct. But had we been, then our makeup and hair people, the hair people in particular, knew what the era was meant to be. So if it had been something where we were specifically had to stay correct to the period, then that would have been their area of expertise. Nowadays, makeup has become much lighter because the type of film and the type of lighting and all of that has changed. So everything has gone to a very sheer sort of natural look, because they're trying to make it look like people aren't wearing makeup unless it's a character, highly dramatic sort of makeup. Plus then you've got all the things about creating special effects or scars or blood, so there's a lot of aspects to hair and makeup that people train for years on how to do. So thank you for your question. This is from Two Step 2001. Your question is, if I had a choice, what other type of TV show would you like to do? Westerns, sitcoms, police dramas, or maybe medical dramas? I would have loved to have done Westerns. Being a horse person, the idea of showing up and getting to ride horses all day was always fun. I would have liked to have done action stuff. Not because they're always the best storytelling, but they're fun. As an actor, it would have been fun to do. If you're talking about what would I feel was the best material, that could come in any genre. So I like drama, I like family drama, I like stories where the characters are really developed and there's a lot for the actors to create within the character. I think I probably would have enjoyed maybe doing a show like The Good Wife or something. As a lawyer, I did a lot of roles as lawyers, so those kinds of professional characters, the head of an agency, the CEO, those types of things I think are fun for me as well. Holly has a number of questions. So, do you prefer to act in drama or comedy? I would say definitely drama. I'm more comfortable in drama. I like comedy, so I like when drama has humor in it. And if it's going to be something comedic, then I like when it's based in real characters. That's something that I can really relate to, as opposed to broader types of characters. Just my preference. How about what I like to watch, drama or comedy? Again, I watch more drama, but I watch a lot of whodunits. I enjoy a lot of the British mystery sorts of things. Some action stuff. As with acting, where I enjoy good storytelling, I enjoy good storytelling when I'm watching shows. I can enjoy something fun and light. I like a lot of the superhero stuff. I just find that it's just for fun. So I have a broad spectrum of things that I enjoy watching. Next question. Are there other musicians among the Walton cast family? No, I don't know that anybody else in the cast actually plays an instrument. I play this much guitar. I used to play a little bit more, but I just don't practice enough. It's like anything. You don't practice, your skills kind of don't stay sharp, and they certainly don't grow. Ellen Corby did play piano. You saw her sometimes sit and play the piano, even after her stroke, which was amazing to me. And I think there might have been other supporting cast or guest stars that played, but obviously there were a few people who sang. We did hear Michael Learned sing at times. She has a really lovely voice. Was grace that taught my heart to fear. All of the cast pretty much sang on that Walton Christmas CD that we did. So yeah, some talent in there, of course. Eric Scott did that song and dance act with Joe Connolly, who played Ike Godsey. So definitely some other little talents in there. Mary McDonough studied ballet when she was young, so she had a lot of dance background. Some multi-talented people in our cast. And then Richard Thomas, we heard him play the dulcimer and sing a little bit, but they didn't highlight that with any characters except Jason, of course, and then Michael Learned, Olivia, in The Bicycle when she sang with, I think it was The Bicycle when she sang with the church choir. That's what I have for you for this segment of Ask Judy. I will be back with more behind the scenes of the Waltons, more Ask Judy, and a couple of more special guests. Thanks for watching.